So the question for today is, what is the best thickness for an inside the waistband Kydex holster? We are always looking at ways that we can improve our process, our holsters, so that you get the best value and the best product you possibly can from us. So what we're going to do today, and this is really honestly the first time we're doing it on camera, is we've made a bunch of our inside the waistband holsters, the M6, for the Glock 19 size pistols with the TLR-7 or TLR-7a. This is the 7a. We made a bunch of them starting at .060, 080, 093, and .125. So 1/8 inch Kydex. This is the heavy duty stuff. This is the lightest duty Kydex that is generally accepted for Kydex holsters. And we've got a number across the range. So what we want to do is we want to find out which one we think provides the best value for you, our customer. Let's start first with feel. Let's go through these. Feels fine. It feels a little bit more, less robust than I am used to because we use a thicker Kydex than this for our general production processes, but it feels okay. This is the 080. Let's try that. The snap seems a little bit more definite and a little bit stronger. All these do have good retention. There's no problem with retention on any of these. This is the .093. Again, a little bit more robust feeling. And the 125. You know, that feels good too. Actually, I think that, in my opinion, any of the three black ones here, 080, 093, or 125, are acceptable. The 060 just feels a little cheaper to me. Let's talk about thickness. Because the Kydex wraps around the pistol, we're going to see how significant does that thickness play a role. And I'm just going to grab thickness from one of the areas here that I can grab. This one's 29.5 millimeters. The 080 is 30.4, so a little less than a millimeter difference. The 093 is 30.8, and the 125 is 32.3. So we saw that there's about 3 millimeters difference from the thinnest to the thickest as far as total thickness of the holster. Let's go ahead and try it and see if I can see a difference inside the waistband appendix carry. I don't suspect I'm going to feel any difference. That's the 060. Let's go ahead and try the 125. See if we can feel a thickness difference. I can actually feel that. I can actually feel the difference. That is surprising to me. Let's step down to the 080 and compare that to the 125. That actually feels noticeably thinner. I'm surprised, but it does. Let's compare against the 060 again and see if that provides enough of a benefit. Now, between the 060 and the 125, I can actually feel the difference. This one feels just a tiny bit bigger, heavier, and less comfortable to me. I cannot feel the difference between the 060 and the 080. That could all be mental. I didn't expect to feel, 3 millimeters difference in a thickness and overall thickness to actually make a difference, but I can feel the difference. Let's talk about durability for a second. Now, on the 080, we have built thousands of these holsters, and we have gotten a few back with failures. In almost all cases, those failures were due to application of heat or using an improper pistol inside. So for instance, the SIRT pistol is similarly shaped to a Glock, but it is actually not a Glock. It has actually got a little bit different dimensions. And if you insert a larger pistol in here, a whole bunch, and have it come in and out, then it will flex this holster, and it has actually cracked it in some cases. Cosmetically, you can see the definition in the 060. It comes through spectacularly. The definition's great. The 125, it's a little bit more washed out, as you would expect with a little bit thicker Kydex. The 093, and then the 080. The 080 seems to be a good compromise to me between the .06 and the .125. It has, you can still see the shape of the pistol and the light through the Kydex. That is what I like to see. I like to see a great definition. Of course, I think that there's a lot of manufacturers out there that the definition in the 125 would be plenty acceptable for them. I think that there's a lot of holsters out there that you don't really see how much definition there is in the molds. Cost. We went ahead and looked at our supplier's cost of Kydex. 080 is the baseline because that is what we use today. So we use this as a baseline. The 060 would be about 25% less Kydex cost for us. So it would be a savings to us, the manufacturer. The 093 is about 16% more material cost than the 080. And the 125 is a large 53% additional cost to us, the manufacturer. Realize that the material costs of a Kydex holster only make up part of the overall cost. That said, an increased cost of 53% in the Kydex material would result in an increased price to the end customer, and we would want to make sure that that was accompanied by a similar benefit. So the last thing I want to do is I want to test each of these holsters under a compression. So when you wear that holster inside your pant and you crank your belt down, you are going to experience some degree of flex on that holster when that pistol is removed. So let's see how much flex there is when we go ahead and we clamp down on these holsters. So if I want to insert the pistol, typically I'll come in and try to get that in. I can do that with a little bit of effort. It can be done on the 9.3. I'm not having great success on the 080. And the 060, I don't even know how I would get that open enough. Now, this clamp is likely exerting a lot more force than I could ever do with a belt unless I was crushing this holster into my body. Appendix carries tends to have more soft material, and it just won't give you the leverage to clamp down that hard. For hip carry, you can clamp down that hard, but you would find that very uncomfortable to do it. Let's go ahead and put the 060 on. And try to reholster. It is not an issue. Now I can see that holster flex, but a proper appendix carry reholstering, typically you're going to try to keep that muzzle pointed away anyway. And that went right in. I noticed that the retention click was a little bit soft on the 060. The 080 sounded much better. No problem. I don't expect any problem with 125. The click felt maybe not quite as good on the 125, and that might be because of the ability of the 125 to flow across the mold is a little bit less than the 080 or the 093. Felt like the click wasn't as strong there, felt like the click wasn't as strong for the 060. I think the 125, a super robust solution. We do use it for the outside the waistband holster, our M7. I don't think it's needed or even desired for inside the waistband. The 060 to me doesn't feel as good, doesn't have the same sort of clicks, and does not, it collapses a little bit more than I would prefer under pressure. So I don't like that one for inside the waistband. So it comes down to the 080 and the 093. When I look at the two of these, the fit finish feel, the amount of click, all that feels almost exactly the same. I really, if you handed me these two holsters, I would not be able to tell which one was 080 and 093 unless I got out the calipers. As a result, I would say we have experience with thousands of holsters in the 080. They provide a great, robust solution. We are using genuine Kydex 100 on these. This is the gold standard in Kydex thermoforming material. I think that we should stick with the 080 and continue delivering a great product that has great definition, fit, feel, finish at a great price for our customers. If somebody disagrees or has some other aspect that I missed, please go ahead and leave that in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Let us know what you think is the best solution for an inside the waistband holster.